Welcome to home yoga. So today we're going to be doing a couple poses with handstand. My name is Mariah and this is Michelle. So first starting with some prep positions to work on, and then maybe building up to get more strength to do some full arm balancing. So the first place we're going to start is actually on the mat in a tabletop position. She's going to interlace her fingers here, keeping her elbows wide. And when she's ready, she's going to lift up and back to downward dog legs here. So now this is a dolphin dog position. Hips are still in the same position as downward dog, but now she has her elbows and forearms on the ground here. Working on lifting the spine up towards her sitting bones, pulling her belly in, lifting weight off her shoulders. And then when she's ready, on an inhalation, she's going to roll over the wrists here, lengthening the legs out behind her into a plank position. Holding for a breath or two, wrapping everything in towards center, and then pushing up and back to that first position, dolphin dog. From the dolphin dog, then she's going to go back to that plank position, maybe 10 or 15 times, whatever strength that she wants to build in that amount of time. So this is the very basic place that you can go to get that upside down feeling in the dolphin dog while working in the upper body. So you have the support when you're able to go upside down to contain it. So when she's done doing all 10 or 15 of those, she's going to rest in a child's pose position, letting her knees come down to the floor and her hands by her heels. The next place we're going to work is actually doing a half version of the handstand, so still not really going fully upside down just yet, still using the wall for this. Her back's going to come to the wall, going to extend her legs out nice and long, and then kind of take a note of where her feet are on the floor. Her hands will go there in a moment. So bringing her hands there, her legs now behind her, keeping her arms in the narrow position, her head's going to tuck between the upper arms. It's going to feel really close, but the measurement's exactly the shape of her body as she brings one leg up the wall, heel to the wall, legs straight out from the hips, upper body right in alignment as well. Here, just working on holding yourself up now, training your arms and your hands to be like your feet and your legs. To make it a little bit easier than holding the full position, bringing one leg up to kind of test where that half handstand is, half a handstand, and then bringing that leg back and bringing the other leg up. And then finishing off, coming back down, carefully walking down the wall, and again resting in the child's pose position. So the next place we're going to go is actually feeling what it looks like or feels like to be in a full arm position before we go into the jumping version. So she's going to come back to the wall here, standing with her back against the wall, knees slightly bent, heels about an inch or two away from the wall. Here we're working on making the space from the wall and her ribs really small, so she can feel a little gap between there. She's going to want to pull her belly back against the wall, narrow her ribs so they come in towards each other, kind of hiding them away, and contain that space while she inhales and lifts the arms right by her ears, extending the fingertips up towards the sky. So this is what it would look like if she was upside down in this full version. She's going to try to replicate that when she goes upside down. You can stay here for 2 minutes and practice this. Still getting that idea of the length out of the shoulders, length out of the low back. And then arms are going to come back down. So still building all the pieces together, the upper body strength, kind of where your core is, and now adding the triceps. So you're going to take a strap, you're going to bring it into a loop around the upper part of your arms, make it nice and tight. And then keeping that connection with the strap and the arms, you're going to turn towards the wall, trying to replicate that same arm position she was in at the wall. Narrow hands, downward dog legs. First, just trying to kick and hop up. One leg reaches up and lift. Getting lucky on the first time and coming right up. Keep the connection with the upper arm, so keep pressing the tricep muscles into the strap here. Noticing where the belly is, lifting again like you were at the wall, up and out, and then coming down to rest and switch sides. So giving each leg equal opportunity to kick up so that we're not just powering through our strong side, but using the other kind of weaker side that might get you right to balance. And then same thing here, reaching the arms into the strap, reaching the palms really wide into the floor, maybe trying to reach one foot away from the wall, and maybe both feet away from the wall. Ta-da! Finding balance, and then relaxing again in child's pose. So maybe you've gotten through all of those steps, you've been practicing all of those ones, and you want to do two-legged version of the arm balance. You don't need to have the strap for this one. You come to the same place as before, arms in that narrow position, remembering your place with the core stacked above the shoulders. And then you try to walk your feet in really tight to you, trying to lift the hips right over to the wall here as the legs kick up together as one. And then if you get up, you go straight legs. So you inhale and exhale. And then trying to bend the knees here, one leg out, and then lock the other leg next to it. Don't forget to breathe. And coming down. Those are a few ways that you can try to balance, or working on upside down poses with the wall and with other props.